Hey folks, it's Saturday, March 21st, and I have a special guest blogger on today, none other than the incredible Hannah Farquhar. If you look right below, you'll see she has a video recapping yesterday. Yesterday was quite an extraordinary day. We spent the night before at Mark D'Souza's doing a lecture, got up in the morning at like 8 a.m. and headed over to my new friend Mark Schock's shop to see tools that were, well, some of the tools were bigger than my whole shop. He showed us some of his creations, and we got to jam on a couple of ideas, and that was really fun. I got the magician Puck on the phone, which was Puck. That's the way I want to say that. I punked Puck on the phone. It was fun. Then we headed over to a local diner where I had an awesome breakfast. Hannah had these little silver dollar pancakes. Lori had some gigantic omelet, and we all had some fun conversation with Mark. Finally, we were on the road. It was around noonish, and instead of heading straight to Baltimore, Maryland, to Denny and Lee's Magic Studio, we actually raced ourselves to Washington, D.C. On the way, I was answering phone calls, messages from people, and one of them, I couldn't make out who it was, but it seemed important because they were asking all these questions about where I was going to be and if I'd be anywhere near, Virginia, that sort of thing. And I phoned only to find out that the guy rambling on the phone was Bob Sheets, none other than Bob Sheets. And so we hooked up at Bob's house, and Bob showed us around his place in Washington. Then we headed over to see where his wife worked, on to the Library of Congress, but Hannah will tell you more about that and just how huge it is. And then we did what I would refer to as the ADD tour of DC. That's right, the DC ADD. It was fast, furious. Bob would pull a car over to the side of the road. We would race out, run up to the memorial, take pictures, run and get back in, race to the next spot, jump out, take a picture of a monument, jump back in. We saw the Vietnam Memorial, the Korean War Memorial, Washington Monument, the Abraham Lincoln Memorial, the Jefferson Memorial. Didn't see Grant's tomb. I wonder who's buried in Grant's tomb. It was an amazing, good time. Went through all these seats, saw the conservatory, these botanical gardens, parts of the Smithsonian. It was just an ADD whirlwind tour of DC. Then we headed over to the White House. I got to walk around, figure out how to take a couple pictures. All of those will be posted on the blog just as soon as I get my adapter so that I can take them all off the SD card. Then we went for lunch. We went to visit a magician who's a great friend of Bob's. His name's Savino. He's a chef and magician. How cool is this? Food and wine tasting. Nothing better than food and wine tasting followed by fabulous magic. Magic gets even more fabulous once you've drank lots of wine. I know it does when you watch my show. The dinner, because it'd be somewhere between lunch and dinner, the dinner was excellent. He was a wonderful host, and in fact, told us that he would help us make it to our lecture, because we were in Washington, D.C. on a Friday evening in rush hour trying to make it back. Well, Bob and Savino got into their Audi, and I followed them like Mario Andretti through the streets of Washington, D.C., cutting through greens, yellows, and red lights. Yes, I'm admitting it here on the internet. I broke some traffic laws. It was exciting. We raced, sped through freeways. My gypsy GPS was telling me other directions, but no, we were being road dogs, racing, cutting in and out, back and forth. It was crazy. And we made it. At exactly 7 o'clock, pulled up in front of Denny's and Lee, did a wonderful evening lecture. He has an amazing space. You get the opportunity. It's a huge magic shop, packed with stuff and people. A lot of people. I was very honored. Howie Schwartzman came out with his wife to watch the show. How cool was that? I didn't realize he lived in the area. I've gotten to know him over the last few years, and he's just a plethora of information and a super great guy. He's one of my little heroes in the world. And I mean little heroes. No, Howie came to watch the lecture, and I was honored to see right there in Denny's little cabinet. He's got like this trophy cabinet kind of thing. There was Howie's Performing Fellowship Award that was just presented to him at the Magic Castle. Already up on display, a magnificent trophy. Something someday I hope to attain, but I'm going to work a little bit harder to get to it. I did the lecture. Howie interjected some very cool comments. Told me a little bit about Marlowe and the Vernon story, and added a little bit to it. I shared a few things I knew, and it was a delightful evening. So many people, so much fun. Lecture went well into the night, and then we hung out. Hannah introduced me to her new friend, the big Vietnamese pot-bellied pig that you're going to hear about, and it ended by going, of course, you know, at 1 o'clock in the morning, it's an excellent time to eat, and we end up at Checkers Burgers and Fries. Yes, that's right, Checkers Burgers and Fries. That's
where I go.
Yeah, and colas. It says Checkers Burgers, Fries, and colas. And I had an amazing sirloin steak burger. That'll add a couple pounds to my body. Heart attack in a bag, but it was good. Came home, we were just going to get ready to crash. When the phone rang, it was none other than Trevor and Lorena, Kathy, and Mr. Wilson. And so we Skyped. And Cheryl, too. She came. She wanted to pull Hannah's tooth out of her head, so Cheryl Wilson was there. The whole family were there, all screaming and cheering. We Skyped for about an hour, shared some funny stories, talked about the exciting people I've met on the road as this tour's been going, because apparently they don't look at my blog. In fact, Trevor's exact words were, you got a blog? Yeah, it's nice to have friends. Well, anyways, today we're packing up. We're in the fabulous La Quinta Hotel, which I believe is Spanish for right next door to Denny's. Thank you, Michael Finney. And then we're going to head from here up to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of the Steelers and Rick Mao and Tammy. And we're going to do a lecture, our final lecture of the East Coast tour. And then early in the morning, I think we have like an 8 a.m. flight, which means crawling out of bed at 4 o'clock in the morning to find the airport, return the car, and check in. And it's the long trip home. Should be exciting. So thanks for watching. And Hannah wants everybody to know, look, she got new shoes. They're a little big for her feet. You're wearing my shoes. Get them off. Guys, have a great day. If you can't laugh at yourself, you're just not getting the joke. Talk to you soon. Bye.